Well, it's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. At the 32-yard line. Here's Dart. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Here's Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Zach Bond there on the tackle. 2nd and 9 from the 44. To the air, Dart. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and finally.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Giants at 7-8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check out.
Now Dart. That's complete to his running back, Scatterberg. You look at this Eagle defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Their own 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drop.
Well, a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Nabers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have regained the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is taken at the 18. And it'll be a big hit at the end of this one, but it's also a big play as he's able to hang on to the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
Dart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing his Dart. Finding room at midfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Oh, some strong running. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
That's another Giants first down.
Here we go,
First
here we
and
go.
10 at the 34-yard
19
line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Zone read here. It's Scatterby with it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Out of the gun. Here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Trimmer.
Barkley inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Giants 39-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing his dart. He'll try and do this himself. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing, dart. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
Now a handoff up the middle. Herring. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now he's free to midfield. Saquon Barkley racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Dart. He'll dump this off to Scatteroo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's Scatteroo. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw now, Dart. He'll get this to Scatteroo. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Viking 18. Go.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Nabers with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Tolbert. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Lewis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. To the air, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scannable. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun is Dart. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get it over 5 yards shy of midfield. 131 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
180, 180.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
Trimmer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
180, 180.
From the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Great.
Up the middle with Barkley. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Great.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Trimmer.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. An inside run with Scatterby. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
3rd down at 6. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Complete, it's Dodson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Play action, now Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
From the gun, here's Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatterby. Down the left sideline. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatterby, 32 yards. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Eagles 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Good. Shot.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Trimmer.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Hurts going to move him around. Lewis between the tackles. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To Barkley on the check down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Now they couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Scatterbo to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing, dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Hurts. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things up. Now a carry for Allen. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
Give up the middle, Scatterbo. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a two-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
This offense so far on 3rd down, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll try and do this himself. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gano's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Here's 1st down.
Great.
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
60.
Up the middle they go. Herring. And a short gain down to about the 33. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Great, set. Anyway, Delta.
And they take a knee. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Giants, the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.